Hello, it's a SIG Node CI meeting. It's March 3rd, 2021. Welcome everybody. We don't have much agenda items today again. So let's get ball rolling with containerd test changes and fixes that we need to make. So containerd tests are failing for a long time, and IDT was trying to come up with a plan which tests we actually need to run, because right now we're running containerd 1.2 and 1.3, and this is clearly not what you want to do. So Deems here also investigated some failures in containerd test for 1.5, right? So Deems, if you can give us some context.
Hi, can I share my screen? Can you give me permission?
Yeah. Making you a host.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so well, the story is goes like this. So containerd, we are trying to get a 1.5 release out, and there is, if you look at the milestones, there's plenty of things here. So we need to work through. One of them is what we did in Kubernetes project, which is update to goals 116. Now, what happens in containerd project is there is a pro job. Most of the jobs are, GitHub Actions, and there is actually an Open Lab thing too. But for us, the main two jobs are the build and the node E2E. Now, this node E2E fails, right? That's the observation that we saw. And clicking into it, one of the going through the artifacts, one of the things that I ended up looking at was, I'll show you. There was an issue with pulling the right directory structure. They changed the directory structure of the build packaging thing. So there's an extra containerd in there now. So I fixed that. Well, I was trying to fix that one. So author dims, and then so that's trying to fix the failure. So if you look here in the deploy path, there is an extra containerd/. So once I was able to do this, it got past the problem where there was a 404 trying to pull the artifacts, and then it fails somewhere else, and that's where the problem is. I haven't been able to track down where it is. Quickly digging through it, let me show you where exactly I ended up. So the serial log is not bad. There's not one thing you can see here is failed to start execute, the scripts, right? So that's a problem. So going to the system log, bear with me, I forget exactly what I was doing here. Okay. Somewhere in here, I saw an error which indicated that it was not a. Okay, let's go back to this containerd sock, right? So let's go to the first one. Okay, maybe not here. Let's go back to build log. Okay, and fail. See here. So it's doing the build, then trying to install the CNI, and then it just comes back out without doing much, all within a span of 1 minute. And then it says deleting instance as well. So that is basically the information I have at this point, and I don't have anything more to go on in the logs.
Yeah, I remember somebody investigating similar thing, and there was an issue with path to script that needs to be executed. I don't remember details, so I can try to dig into that.
Right. I think there was one more thing possibly, but if you do start looking into it, then I will take out my notes and try to see if I can see exactly the same things that I saw before in the previous log. And so one of the things that I ended up trying was the GCP project here. Project. If you look at this one, CRI CATPR node ETV, this project is used only in the containerd project. So the containerd scripts, the CI jobs that we have in KK that uses containerd run on another GCP project, not this one. So I tried changing the project name to the one that we use, and that didn't help either. That was the only thing that I was able to try. So that's my story so far.
Yeah. Thank you. It's really bad when logs are not given enough information.
Right. So I did see some activity from about the containerd failures in our repository. So who was looking into well, did you look into that, Sergey, yet, or was it just
no,
Aditi?
I think it was Aditi and somebody else was helping. I don't remember who was it last week, saying he will follow up. But yeah, I need to start looking into that as well. So
right. If we fix either side, then the other one will be easy. If both sides are broken, then it's difficult, especially because none of us outside Google have access to any of these projects, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I
don't have either, so but
right.
I have people who can help.
Yeah, you need to ping the people who have the access. So one failure that I was seeing was a master IP, I believe. Let me see if see this one, and there is nothing that I can search for in the KK code base or containerd code base that has anything to do with this specific resource. It looks like an IP address and it's named bootstrap ETV master IP, and I can't find it in the /cluster scripts either. So maybe this is where we need to start trying to figure out, like, if there is something wrong with the GCP project. And I remember at one point, some of the projects were locked down because of like a security concern or something like that. And it took a while for people to figure out, like, that was the problem, why the projects were not working. So I think what would work is if you can tap Aaron or other people to go look at these projects and see if they are healthy and resurrect them if not.
Okay, I will do. But I still have a feeling that this is caused by renames and structure, like directory structure changes. But yeah, I will definitely can do that.
Right. Just to capture it for posterity, this is what I was looking at. In the main build log, search for master-IP. Okay.
Makes sense.
Thank you. That's all I had for today.
Just a quick, sorry, Dim, just one quick point I saw. Did you take a look at like the image config? Because I'm just looking at it right now, and I do see that as part of the cloud init, there's some containerd specific like CRI YAML stuff that it downloads, and it looks like it 404s now after the, because in containerd 1.5 they moved the CRI into the main repo. I'm just looking here. I'll link it to what I'm talking about.
Do you want to share your screen, David?
I mean, there's not much. It's just I'm not actually sure which image config, but if you just notice the link I posted, if you can find which image config it's using, because I do notice as part of the metadata, it links to some E2E node YAML in the containerd repository, and if I go to that now, it 404s. So I'm guessing that was me.
That could be part of it, but I remember fixing these references when we moved when we collapsed the containerd CRI repository into the main repository. But yes, I will go look at it as soon as we are done with this call. Thank you, David.
Yeah, no worries. Just maybe that will be helpful.
Cool. Yes, definitely. I'll go fix all of these and see if it still fails.
All right. Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, let's switch to triage. Let me share my screen. So I added all the issues, all the new issues, and categorized them really quickly. So there is not nothing that I failed to triage, and I can understand where it goes very fast. So most of them goes into to do, and if you're working on them, please. Yeah, I see very few that are assigned to people. So I will, if you're working on that, just move it into in progress. Artem, you're here, right? So Artem, are you working on this to do? Huge page job is flaky.
Yeah, exactly. I already have PRs that already like Ed gave look good to me, so we're just waiting for approval.
Okay, let's move here. So in progress, not go. Yeah, I'm not working on that. Oh, so I created it. So who is that? No, Messi is not here, right? No. Okay, I'll ping him if he's still working on it. Yeah, this is in progress. Alpha tab failure. He's not here. Okay, yeah, and we discussed this too. It's Artem, you're working on that. Okay, then, so let's go through review. There are 9 PRs that need to review, and we assigned most of them last week. So let me go through them again. Oh, this is not a PR. Okay, this was reviewed. We assigned to Artem. Artem, you reviewed it?
Yeah, it already has the label. So
Perfect. Thank you. This is work in progress. We are not taking it. I will move it to attention needed from author. This requires approval. Jacek, yeah, is an issue. So I will move it into. So this is an issue. It's not a PR. Okay, this is interesting. This is adding a n-2 test to validate that we actually testing Kubernetes master of like control plane for 2 versions forward and not 2 versions back. I don't think we need to approve it necessarily, but it will be great if we can review it. Any takers to look at adding new tests for SKU?
I can take a look.
Okay. You need to remind me. See, oh, this here. Cool. Thank you, Artem. Huge pages, failures. Okay, there is one review already. So this is just. Can you explain what it is? Is it changed?
Yeah. So the problem that we encounter under the CI is we restarted the kubelet, and because that E2E dot server also all the time monitoring the kubelet process, it was restart the kubelet again, and it was restart the kubelet after that we created the pod. So it happens the situation that we created a pod, so the kubelet received the pod. After it was restarted, and the pod dropped to the failed state because it has the policy do not restart it, and because of it, the test failed. So the one, 2 things that I did under the pull request, I do not restart the kubelet, I just stop it. And after it, I'm waiting until the E2E node server will restart the kubelet by himself. And I'm waiting until the health probe is succeeded for the kubelet, and only after it, I will start the pod. I will create the pod. So.
And kubelet been restarted to enable huge pages?
The kubelet was restarted because I defined huge pages under the operating system, so the kubelet needed to be restarted to get
Get
these
up.
changes.
Yeah, sounds as an easy fix, straightforward fix to review. Anybody wants to review?
It already was reviewed, so it already has.
LHTM.
Yeah.
I think it's about soon. Who is this person reviewed it? Oh yeah. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, by the way, one of the things that we will need to do is to start removing dynamic configuration out of tests. So we probably will end up restarting kubelet a lot to pick up new configuration and flags. So maybe that will give us some idea how to do it better.
By the way, why we gonna to do it? Like, I'm
so
just
dynamic
curious.
configuration is one of the features that was introduced a long time ago, and it's still in either alpha or beta. I don't remember. So idea was that we will have some subset of configurations that can be changed dynamically without kubelet restart. But then nobody using it, and we don't have most people are restarting kubelet anyway. So the suggestion was that we remove this feature instead of graduating it to GA. So, graduation to GA will require adoption and will require feedback and all the test cases, and nobody want to do that because a few people are actually using it.
I see.
But the problem is that many tests took dependency on that because it's just that convenient. You can change feature flags and such in dynamically.
Exactly.
Okay, this is similar to what we discussed here. Yeah, I will assign myself. I already assigned. So, okay, I will take a look at this. Yeah, we. Wait, when was it? Huge pages. It's already reviewed. Okay, we only have 4 things to review.
I reviewed this one this afternoon. It was very straightforward. I think I just put in a small comment.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I will a little bit refactor it because of the fix that I had under the Hug pages test. So I want to refactor it the same way for the memory manager, just to prevent any additional issues with the kubelet restart. So, Swati, I will just ping you once I will finish with the refactoring.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks.
Okay. We only have 4 PRs to review. Now, once PRs reviewed, that we now have a lot of flaky test issues that are in to do. We didn't create them before because we had enough to do items, but now we getting out of things to do. So like there are many things that we can pick up from this list, and if you're picking something up, move it in progress, or we can just move it in progress next time we meet. But yeah, there are many unassigned issues in to do, so take any of them. Francesca, I remember you wanted to take some. Like, did you find something for you?
Yeah, I did. I reviewed one item. I still have the organization process to join the Kubernetes organization is still ongoing, so probably it's in the wrong state. I did a couple of reviews, so I think I will pick up another task from the column in the coming days. I will, at very least, I will assign to me that I can do right now, so you will know. It's a bit confusing, but up until the process to join the org is completed, it is what it is. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I mean, I was sick most of last week, so I also didn't do much. So yeah, it's always something happening. We're trying to do the best. Okay, I think we're done with triage. Any more topics for today?
Maybe I have some small update regarding the serial job, because all relevant CPU manager fixes was merged last week. So I checked again the serial job, and the thing that I found that the job time had timeout because it has some out of the memory issues. Like I found errors under the kernel log. So my next steps probably will be to increase a little bit the memory for the serial job. Like now I believe it runs with 1 gigabyte of memory, so I want to use different instance of GCE with 2 gigabytes. So I hope at least we will have a better picture after it.
Okay, great. And I mean, this just started. Like I remember serial wasn't that red before. So do you know if somebody changed the machine type, or you don't know?
I really don't know, but like I can see that serial, like I can't find the time when it wasn't red, so it's hard to
Yeah.
say for me when it was green. Maybe it was some additional test that was added. I don't know.
I see. Okay, thank you. I hope it's not a regression on how much kubelet consumes. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it was green long ago. It wasn't just recently. So, okay, thank you. Any other topics? If no, then I will stop recording of this meeting because we're going to